Hi, I'm Melissa and you're watching Krystal Mag TV. Today we're in London to find out what all you guys think about the riots that's been happening over the past few weeks. We've seen people looting, we've seen shops burning, and we just came to London just to see what you guys think. Is it the police, is it the politicians, or the parents to blame? We're here to find out.
I don't think a certain group in particular, I think it's all of them to blame. Even in terms of the cuts, even like the art cuts, the libraries, the youth clubs, the parents also need to take some responsibility. It's also how you raise your children as well. But then people who are doing the riots are also people that have got jobs. So, you know, there are other different aspects that we need to think about, and it's not just a simple they're people to blame kind of answer.
Yeah, it's very difficult to say who is exactly to blame. I don't think there's one person or one entity who is to blame. It can be a mixture of things. Anyway, it was very, very shocking, you know, and people feel like they are safe nowhere, anywhere in London, in the posh area in London, and the not very well, you know, kept area of London. We're all under the threat somehow.
I actually think it was actually a whole thing was actually set up. I mean, now they're talking about they're not going to cut police, or when they're saying that they are, so they're not too sure. And this was all done when all the politicians are away on holidays. And what's the one thing that can get people talking? It's about, oh, did he get gunned down because he's a drug dealer? Did he get gunned down because of his race? So they can all get people talking, all get people mad. You know how fickle some people can be. It's quite easy to get people switched on for just one little thing, and the whole place goes crazy. So that's my take. I think it was all a bit of a setup, and I think a lot of people sadly fell for it.
Well, I think it's more to do with not so much with the parents, just with the families really. I mean, the police, they were you know, bad for not being violent, but then bad for not being violent enough. Do you know what I mean? So, in my opinion, I'd say it's just probably the people. I don't think it's how they've been raised, because you can't tar everybody with the same brush.
To be quite honest, I don't think you can blame one specific group of people. I think it has come together because there is a lot of underlying social issues, and I think that really needs to be tackled. I do believe that there were a lot of young people and adults, but there has been grown men and women out there rioting and looting. Basically, a lot of them were out there just to see what they can get, just for fun. What makes a person actually want to go and do that?
It's a tricky feeling after when you graduate. You do kind of feel as if you're alone, there aren't many jobs out there. So I can see why the youth of today are frustrated, but that is no way any excuse for their behaviour.
And a lot of people are going to get criminal records, people younger than myself, much younger than myself. And then they'll still be complaining about not getting a job. But what did you do? Did I tell you to go loot? Your mum going to tell you to loot? No, you chose that yourself.
As people that live in it every day, we know the issues we're faced with. But a lot of the time, and I throw this specifically at government, a lot of the time they speak but they don't listen. So I think this time they actually really need to listen rather than just sweep it under the carpet. I guarantee, give it another 10, 20 years, you know, we're going to be seeing this happen again. It might not be in this form, but it will come out in another way. Yeah, everything needs to just get broken down and rebuilt back up again.
I think we have to think together how to fix it and what we can do, each of us.
Yeah. And what is it you're doing with the
Oh yes, yeah, we're doing free hugs today because we wanted to do something nice after all this horrible week of you know, stress and emotions. We wanted to do something nice for us and for people of London as well.
So what is it you're doing? You're giving anyone
Yeah, we're giving anyone who wishes a free hug, and we wish them to have a nice day today and nice meeting them.